Good morning. This will be a very quick post today because I'm on my way to work and just have a few moments. But I wanted to thank you to the people who have been watching this recent series of videos I've been making about MAGA and the left. And thank you for the comments that you've been sending. I'm discovering things in this that I'm surprised to find, and I'm grateful to all of you for participating in the conversation in the midst of this really difficult time. And just a couple of things I'm going to do a longer post about this tomorrow, but a couple of things I wanted to say for today. I think the most remarkable thing that I'm finding for myself, and perhaps it should have been obvious all along, is that we have so much more in common in this civil war, this virtual civil war, than we think we do. It's hard to see that when we're screaming at each other and calling each other idiots and libtards and morons and deplorables and snobs, you name it. But what I'm finding is that as inconvenient and as unpleasant as it may be for us to hear, we are mirroring each other. The left, the right, all sides of this argument, we are mirroring each other. And we are mirroring strengths and we're mirroring weaknesses. There are things that all of us, there is a wisdom that each and all of us is bringing to the table here, that both sides of this argument are bringing to the table. And there are blind spots. Both sides of this, we're all just so damn sure that we're right and the others are wrong, and we're screaming at each other, shouting at each other, doing violence to each other with words and with hands and even with weapons. And I just wanted to say that the most striking thing that I'm seeing in this is not a sort of we're all in this together, so let's just be friends and sing campfire songs. But there is a common ground in this that I am seeing more and more can be found, can be shared, and can be respected in each other. And that will take a willingness perhaps to set down our insistence that we are the right, whether we're MAGA, whether we're on the other side, progressive, liberal, whatever, democratic, whatever you want to call it, a willingness to set down our absolute certainty that we are right and you are wrong. So there's an invitation in this to take a look at that. And I do believe that each of us is bringing a wisdom, an important perspective, a very particular perspective to the table. But we're going to have to start listening to each other instead of just shouting at each other. I don't know if we're going to be willing to do that, but I do see this opportunity before us, around us, all around us now. This is the opportunity. You know, the greatest crises in history are opportunities for change, for growth, for new awareness, for understanding, if we're willing to stop and look. And the last thing I want to say for today is that in this great war between the left and the right, however you want to describe it, whatever you want to call it, every way of describing it is ultimately overly simplistic because we're all different and we all have different perspectives. But every perspective in this is important, and every perspective has its value. And I'm losing the specific point that I wanted to make here. Damn, I can't quite find it. Oh, okay, I remember. The people who benefit from this fight are not the people who are being harmed by this fight. This fight is being exploited. However you see this fight is being exploited by people who are using our trumped up disagreements for their own benefit. So there is a great benefit in those of us who are in effect all human and in effect all in the same boat. There is a great benefit in us finding that common ground, finding the places where we can truly, in meaningful, deep ways, come together to a deeper understanding and a deeper way of moving forward. Neither side is going to win in this fight. There is no winning in a polarized war. There may be conquest, but there's no true unity and there's no true winning going forward. And as long as we, the two sides of this mirror, are fighting against each other and saying that you're the wrong one, no, you're the wrong one, you're bad, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, none of us benefit in that. There are powers that do benefit, but it's not the people who are primarily carrying out this war. It's a clumsy way of saying it. I'm going to do a longer video about this tomorrow. If you haven't watched any of these videos I've been doing about MAGA and the left, I invite you to do that. I'd love to hear your comments, and I'll be back tomorrow with a longer video about this. Thank you so much for watching. Please do feel free to watch the other videos and comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you all. See you again soon.